Every day, like, I just most of you have done. Let me go back. Every 6 days, I go to the desk. Go around. Take care. Okay. No, you have to. I did it. That's
You calling me to take photos. Like, tell me, like, yeah, you're retired. I'll take photos. I've been great attempt at getting hit by lightning to get another photo. No, you don't like the publicity. Yeah, you don't like the publicity. Huh? I don't think I've ever photographed you. No, not together right now.
Remember that NASA protest in Maywood last year?
Oh, it was raining that day, right? Yeah. Yeah, and then they split up into like three separate. Yeah, I think you told me not to. No. Some I do it for cops all the time if they want their photos. Oh, you got it.
You took a picture of
Yeah. You know, someone who so you know, I saw him the other day because they had a walkout. It was him and Antonio that him and Tony that did it. Walk out of the transit funny. And I saw him and he was like, because apparently someone in Hudson made a fake profile and had 0 followers. And like 0 followers and 0 contact. And he was like saying, oh, you know, like only a couple years of the job. Yeah, I saw that one too.
Hey guys, how are you? Thank you guys for tuning in. Well, this is it.
So what's going on?
They want to be on me. I'm not dating any more nigga dumbasses telling this from now because I need my white followers to accept me back in. I gotta, you know, I need a white community to get me back in. So, this shit has to end within like 5 minutes. Any more last nigga shots? What? Wait, I'm sweating.
Yeah, just get outside.
Any last words? You my white followers. But they were like, Barney, what are you doing? And I was like, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. I just gotta get the nigga shit out of here. And then I'm gonna go back to being white. Hurry up! 5 minutes left of nigga down. 5 minutes left. Then I'm gonna go hug some white people. I want to get back. I just go back to making money. Like, nigga shit not me. Oh, yeah, what you want? Oh, yeah, what now?
Hey Sharon, how are you? Donna, what's going on? Cindy. This is it, folks. This is the end of the crowd. This is it. They did not grant him bail. I'll get into that later on tonight when I do a live. Did not grant him bail at all.
Talking, you know that, right?
All right, nice meeting you.
There was an 8-year-old smoking stroke out inside. No, I didn't know about it.
No, thank
I
you.
didn't find
Just
out.
over there, it's fine. Appreciate it. I got it. Sorry.
Which will take 12 months off the sentence. My name is Christopher Gass.
But I got
This guy is so happy right now. He's a little bit pissed, probably, but like all his face did, Jay has a very strange facial expression. Like this.
I've been there, but not.
That's that.
All right, bro.
Like, oh my God, I think we're done.
It is lawyers very top.
Yeah.
I think tell him
Thank the Lord, we are free to move around again. Thank you.
Oh, see, everybody came out. Everybody came out. That means everybody came out.
You get on my nerves.
That's it.
She's leaving too.
What's up, Mel? You know how some people always just gotta be ignorant for no reason. There goes Teray again. Teray is mad. Oh, Teray, don't do it. Hey, Teray. I know you glad they didn't get that bail, huh? You the one called Cassie and told her to write that letter. Tell it, Teray. Go ahead and tell us, Teray. Go ahead and confess. Let me stop messing. Teray, I love you. You're a whole legend. I'm just messing with you. He is a whole legend, but nonetheless, I had to go in on it.
All right.
No, come on this side. This side. On this side.
They wouldn't let me. He said no.
Go on over there, Mel, so you can get the footage, beloved.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, you look good. What's your name? You famous? Les?
Not famous.
Oh, you look good, girl. Hello. I love you.
I wouldn't.
I'm on my Diddy behavior tonight.
What the hell? What's that, man?
In the main courtroom. In the main courtroom.
I thought it was a live program. Tori's back.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I mean, there's still Champ. They won't have no Champ. So nice to meet you, Champ. Nice to meet you as well, bro.
You were cool? I was going to say what I was going to say.
Are you in on something?
Oh, you know I did see. Another one.
Shut. Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Nigel, ask her how long, please. Thank you. Oh, there she is. What do you mean? Wait, Holly, are they? Because we can't hear. Holly, we can't hear. Right, because Mark just did it, we couldn't hear. Garagos, we couldn't hear Garagos. Because maybe they can also talk this way. Because we got networks here too. Maybe they can talk this way. Sorry for yelling here. Are you on?
Everybody, let's bow our heads for the golden door. Let's bow our heads for the sign of the golden door. Drop. Hands on the floor.
Here they come. No, that's the publicist. Oh, there they go. Tinny, how do you feel? You got that?
Brian.
Xavier, how do you feel?
Why are we all getting stools and the rest of us don't?
Holly, we can't hear.
Holly, we need that. We need that, Holly.
Lucci, we need you to move. Lucci, out of the shot. Police, you're in our shot. Police, you're in our shot.
Come on, man.
Oh, God.
Keep ducking down, thank you.
Dennis?
Be respectful.
The lady with the hat. We can't. Lady with the hat, sorry. Can you bring it? She's got to bring it.
Blocking all shots.
Lady with the hat, yes, yes. Can you pull it down some? Yes. There we go. Down. Thank you.
Ponytail, pink.
Can you hear?
Holly, will they be able to come?
We can't hear.
Thank you.
Brian, talk up, Brian.
No,
We can't hear you.
we're gonna see if we can come over here. Finish you're blocking shots.
Nicole.
Woohoo, Nicole! Woohoo! Woo!
Nicole Westmoreland, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking.
Punk ass motherfucker right there. Think he's someone to call.
That crazy guy's back.
Yeah. Xavier.
Oh my God, this girl's camera. Lucci!
Jason.
Driscoll.
The Wiz Kid.
Tell him. Lucci, we can't see.
Miss Alexandria, yes.
Hat is killing me. Hat. We can't see. The networks can't hear it. Thank you. Thank you, Nat. Thank you. They're going to bring in this one. Is your mic ready?
Ollie, can you just bring over here for a shot, please?
That's what she said. She said they're going to come. They coming over here. Where's your mic? It's on.
Come on over here. Give us some of that.
We can't hear you guys. Can you just come over here for a minute for a shot?
We've got networks over here too.
We didn't hear nothing, guys. Please. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you come here so we can eat some kebab?
Thank you. Not to repeat it all, Mark, but in summary, how are we feeling? In summary, how are you feeling? We didn't hear it.
Take a picture, photo op.
No, we need to hear. In summary, how are you feeling? We missed it down there. Somebody. Feeling good?
Great.
Get your shots, guys. Get your shots.
Feeling great. Great.
All for the shots, guys, please.
How did the team work together?
Yeah, we did
Did the team work together well?
Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go.
I have one question for you. Were they really squirting baby oil out here?
Yes, it was. Yes.
And there's Javon.
I thought they got it off the screen.
Tenny, your dad is really proud of you. How are you feeling?
Ain't you in the house?
Brian Steele, this is what you do. You keep winning on these types of cases. Why is that?
Right here.
Brian Steele, how do you continue to win on these types of cases?
Got it.
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Where's the cookout?
Ain't you in the house? Ain't you?
Let me grab the mic and try to get Brian still. You want to take the lid off?
You want to use those?
And his entourage to commit a wide range of crimes, including kidnapping, drug distribution. Obviously, the jury's right outside of the house.
So he moves.
Right?
Oh yeah, they moving. They knew better. They knew.
Oh, there.
Ellos van a salir por el otro lado. Yo me quedo aquí, a la izquierda.
Los abogados de Viri, Ángel con el grupo.
He's inside, he won't come out.
On the sidewalk.
Come on, let me, Brian. Prove me all. And don't run down on my little exclusive. Brian's talking to me. Don't push Brian.
Now you're about to get that bad boy jacket!
He was going to come this week. This way he come.
I was feeding to see She's not going to come back. She better go back to her town.
Yo, he was going in though.
Tori, yeah. Tori was going in. This is...
I just like smell.
All right, I found them for you guys. There's Jason Driscoll. Here's Shapiro. These are Diddy's attorneys.
Oh my goodness. Well, are you gonna at least have a drink? How do you feel? Are you gonna at least have a drink? What's for dinner?
I don't drink.
You don't drink? Okay, so what's the plans? Are you celebrating? Will you celebrate?
I go home, speak to my family, hug my wife, kiss my kids, and take it easy.
I love that for you.
Do that. Take a vacation too.
So what?
Kids always happy.
Yeah, right.
We appreciate you. Have a good night.
All right, Brian Still. Brian Still. Mr. Still is going to be a little bit more nice. There you go.
My cash app is Lady T5678. These are fun too.
How you feel about the outcome of the case?
Well, he'll be giving you a full. So how are you celebrating? Because this is somewhat of a celebration.
Sorry.
Do you drink, Mr. Steele? I asked you.
Alcohol?
Yeah, it's the first time. Like,
Right,
what
you're
the
not.
fuck
But
you
I'm going
guys
to answer your question about celebrating.
Yes, so are you going to
This
celebrate?
is the most beautiful woman on the face of the earth.
His what?
Only equaled by our two girls. And I am going to find the fastest flight.
That's his wife.
And I'm going to go to my job.
Oh, snap.
Any other people reach out to you? The young girls reach out. The other rappers reach out and say, hey, you did your thing, or hey, I need your help. What was it as far as like fanfare? I think we put a wrap.
So this looks a little bit like a victory tour from you guys. Yet Sean Coates has been found guilty of 2 federal criminal counts. Can you explain why you are so exuberant?
Wait, one last. People are saying that the prosecutors chose the wrong witnesses. Can you speak to that? All right. Thank you so much.
I've been working.
Oh, there you have it, folks. That's Brian Steele. Did a great job with this case.
Yeah, where are you?
They won't let him go.
She dapped you and blew it up.
How do you feel about getting paid?
Hey, Mrs. Steele's got $100.
How do you feel about getting paid? I
Hey, Toronto, that's my boy. Mr. Steele, last question. I think that you're going to have a lot more work to do, but more celebrities than
Sean Coates be giving you a bonus, sir?
How big a big treat today was this?
Thank you, Mr.
All right, Mr. Steele.
Hey, Brian, take care of yourself. Be safe, Mr. Steele.
He's smooth. He was like this. I said, you didn't see how he stopped and he thought about it? I said, what about more? I think you're gonna have more work to do because there's gonna be more celebrities coming out those cones. He said, yeah. He stopped. He was like, man, let me tell you, the justice system is broken. And I need you guys to expose that. I said, oh yeah, he knows. He knows there's people coming after. With KK not testifying, that was big. KK would have got him that RICO. I believe KK would have got him that RICO. You know what I'm saying? And I think that somewhere down the line, that juror came back in that was saying not guilty. Saying guilty. They did something that made him say guilty. Not guilty, because he was stuck on guilty. Now this case is over with. He's going back to Georgia.
Bye-bye, sweetie.
Take care.
Take care.
All right, Jacob, it's been real, man. Take care. All right, everybody. So that's it. This is the final walk for this case. Watching the World. Watching the World 777.
Watching the World 777?
Yes, sir.
I saw you doing your thing with Molly.
All right. Lock in, brother. Lock in. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? All right, I'll look out for you. All right. Thank you. All right. They will not give Diddy bond bail. They said he was a threat. So they're going to have a hearing, I believe, on the 8th. It's going to be remote. And we'll see what happens. But the hearing is just so he can start doing his time more expeditiously. I believe the judge says between 51 to, I don't know the second number, guys, maybe 63 months. That's what he might be looking at. I think the defense had offered somewhere starting around 21 months to something close to that. But I guess that's what they're looking at, 51 months. So that's going to be it's some time. It's some serious time. I mean, it's not a long time, but yeah, 2 counts of the Mann Act involving prostitution with Cassie and Jane. That's the balance that he's left with, guys. He's left with that balance. All right, so this is the end of a journey, guys. Thank you guys for all the support. The judge was not having it. Agnifilo tried his best to, let me go where this music is not here. He tried his best. He argued probably a good 10 minutes straight to free Diddy, guys. Today I got a chance to see why he's the lead attorney. He gives the best arguments that money can buy. And you see the results of the case. But again, the government did a very targeted case. As I've been telling you, very targeted. And they did a witch hunt. And I'm not convinced yet as to why all this, what set this in motion. It definitely was not Cassie or anybody else coming in and saying, listen, we have this guy named Sean Combs that did this to me. These girls, they all went to a civil attorney first. Right. They didn't go to the law. And when Cassie filed that lawsuit, that's what triggered all of this. So 12 people sat, they listened to all these different charges from the jury, from the government, and they came to the conclusion that he did not commit racketeering, guys. No racketeering, no sex trafficking of his girlfriends. Was not there. So today was a good day for Mr. Combs, because had they hit him with all these other overwhelming charges, he'd have a much different reality. So at least there's some light there. Somewhere maybe around 4 to 5 years or whatever it's going to be. Maybe they'll be able to work it down a little bit more or what have you. But that's much better than going away for the rest of your life, and also the government taking all of your assets. So this case is going to be a game changer. There's something broken in this system, and it's a shame when the government can target you. Well, you know, that's what the defense brought out. And to me, that was the defining point as to why they got the result that they did, because as I've told you guys on the channel, it was from my reference point, all of these boxes, they pretty much check, but it's almost like when you go to the casino, they make all the rules. So if the casino say, hey, everybody that have on a red shirt, we're not gonna let them win more than $1,000, and then you start winning $9.99 every Friday night, they're gonna switch the rules now so to box you out. And that's what I saw in this case. They make the rules up as they go, but it's a good thing for, I believe, humanity or United States of America that he didn't get hit with this RICO. And in my opinion, guys, and I'll take the heat for saying this, even though I know R. Kelly did some crazy things, right? It involved minors and all that. That's terrible. He needs to be in jail for that, prison. But I don't think, based on this case, that he would have gotten a fair trial. R. Kelly shouldn't have had a RICO from the beginning. He should have been charged for the atrocious things that he did, and whatever that number would have turned out to be, it should have stayed in that realm. So that's what we're facing right now. The government has been, they put their hands out for Diddy, and their hands got smacked. Yeah, that's what happened. Their hands got smacked this time. And guess what? I hate to say it, but I want to be honest to you guys. There was so much drama today, man. There's been so much drama, and I'm a pretty laid-back guy. But when you get in an arena with people who are very conniving and everything else, you're going to deal with some bullshit. And so I had my dose of bullshit today, believe me. And people would try to befriend you and be nice to you, and they just can't wait to show their old nasty ways. Yeah, that's what it is. And you can't really trust people. I hate to tell you that, but if you want to be smart about life, do not trust people. Go find you a dog or a gecko, or go find a grasshopper to talk to, because these people out here, they're not your friends. Do not get it twisted. They come to you, they want to be nice. Oh, yeah, oh, great, I love your suit. And they can't wait to pee on it. That's right. I'm telling you what I know. And these people, some of these people, I met some of the nicest people in the world, but I met some of the just terrible people, man. And they come to you, and some of them, I hate to tell you, are females. And they're just as vicious as the men are. And especially if you try to be a nice guy, you're going to end up with a low balance if you get caught up with them. I'm just telling you the facts. You may not like what I'm saying. I'm telling you my experience. Like, they'll sit back and lie and try to scheme. Like, why you got to do all that? Why you can't just have a normal life and treat people with respect? So, pretty much, as you guys see, all the people out front, right? It's like a whole cluster of all sorts of people. And really what it boils down to, I'm going to tell you, it's eat or be eaten. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what these people would do for you. I seen it with my own eyes. I mean, today, they really went at Tisa tails. Like, I never seen anything like it. The minute Diddy won, they went after her. And, you know, I didn't see her at the end of the day. So, I'm not sure all the details behind that as to why it happened, but that is a true thing. You know, I guess they felt like, I don't even want to get into the depth of it, but it's scary out here, you know? And you have to be careful about everything you say, right? Let me tell you what happened with me, because I'm not afraid to talk about it. And I'm not intimidated by, you could bring 100 guys out here, you know, I'll take them on. Or I'll make a phone call. It's not too serious, you know what I mean? But let me tell you what happened to me, guys. So I started off, and people don't want to hear the truth, right? I'm telling you guys some hard, raw truth, and I wouldn't give 3 damns about what somebody think right now. If you got a problem, come see me. But listen to this, right? Let me tell you guys a real story. I came out here and I would say things about Diddy like this case is not right, and everybody would give me a lash. Oh, you're a Diddy fan. This is in the beginning. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Cassie's story is not adding up. Oh, you're a Diddy fan. Get out of here. You're a Diddy fan. So I changed my method. You know, I don't have, Diddy's not my brother or anything close to me like that, but I do feel like I wanted to cover this case and tell you guys the truth, right? So, I changed my method, and so I would lay down the facts of the case as you guys, I'm telling you guys some real talk here, right? I would lay down the facts of this case, right? The technicalities or the accusations in connection with what was being testified. I have the right to do that. This is my channel. This is my life. I say what I want to say. And I'm a very successful guy, so you know, I made this lane for myself, and nobody's getting in my lane. All right, so let's get that clear. So I changed my method. So let me tell you, you guys know on the channel I'm very unbiased, and I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and let you come to your own conclusion, right? But I did say on several times I felt like the government, with these crazy allegations and these RICOs, is damn near impossible to get around it, because they make these rules up. It's not right, it's not fair. Like Brian Steele just said, the system is broken, right? But I took those RICO charges and I put them up against Diddy's, what was being testified, just like a mirror, so you guys could just see it. So yesterday I went on Tasha K's show and I laid out the truth, right? And there was a lawyer there, so I made it fun. I started debating her, because, you know, I'm trying to put on a show for the audience, especially for Tasha K. I'm glad to be down with Tasha K. Anybody got a problem with it, you could get at me, right? So, at the end of the show, so during the show I broke down in comparison to what the attorney was saying. Great attorney, by the way. It was a great show, I must say. But I didn't lie. I told the honest truth about everything I said. And toward the end, right, after I established the rules and let everybody know that I was at this trial, I'm telling you what I saw and heard. In my opinion, I then broke down how the government targeted Diddy and how it's something really bad. The last words out of my mouth on Tasha K's show is that there's something wrong here, right? There's something not right about this trial. That's what I said. And then I went on my channel before I drove to Jersey, and I did a live show in front of some amazing people who thought they loved the show I did in person. Wasn't a lot of craziness going on, but I told them about the case, the good, bad, the ugly, right? Okay, so Tasha K did a clip, which I'm with it, no problem. But the clip probably was, I didn't even get a chance to see it, right? She did a clip of something I said during the part where we're debating about the technicalities of the trial. And that's what clips are for, right? But when you give a clip, it's just like with Diddy case. The government would come in and give you just 3 minutes of the freaking trial. And then they try to slant that like, oh, Diddy did all this because of this little 3 minutes. So that's what happened. A couple people came for me today. I mean, celebrity type. And I was blindsided because I'm like, well, did you watch the whole freaking video? No, you didn't. You have to watch the video before you can come in. Number one, don't ever come for me about my 3 minutes. I stand on business for everything I say. But you could at least, with your intelligence, if you're smart, watch the whole video and every word I said, and I guarantee you won't think what you think. And so this person, whoever, I won't even dignify the individual by saying their name, but someone that I thought I was pretty decent with, tried to make a big deal about a little clip. But I'm thankful that some insiders told me the real deal. The people that they were trying to sway actually came to my aid. Real talk. And so I did correct the one person that I thought was big in the media. And I said, listen, at your level, right, big time, you should know that you can't go off a 3-minute clip. You have to go and look. I challenge him, go look at the entire video and you can come see me. But don't come see me until you watch the whole video, or I'm going to give you some smoke too, If you want to give me smoke, I'm not, they don't understand. I'm not a pushover, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real guy in real life, and this is not something I take lightly. But anyway, I'm just giving you guys some insight. So this is the type of nonsense that people do. And am I trying to correct it? No, I have no desire. Let the clips stay out there, whatever. A person, as they look and see, they'll see that more clips are going to come, and then it's going to show like, oh, he's actually unbiased. And he actually was in the middle of a debate with an attorney, actually in the video, right? It was like I told the attorney, I'm challenging you. This is some light fire, friendly fire. We're just trying to entertain the audience. But I told the facts of the case, and I told a few things in my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I don't work for anybody. That's the whole point of this, right? So anyway, that's it. That's my story. But I tell you, you just have to be careful out here because these people it's insane to me. It's different when you get these little people, they walk around, the goody two-shoes people, you expect them to be a little shady anyway, so you'd be like, okay, but when people try to get close to you, and then they give you that whole snake, it hit a little bit different, folks. So, the moral of the story is, be careful I wouldn't even say the word trust. I'd say have on your mind. Some of these people are not even worth thinking about. And most people you deal with, they do have ulterior motives, whether you're ready to face that in life or not. As humans, most of the time we're self-serving. So you have to ask yourself, I don't care who it is, what is it that this person really want out of me? What do you want? Obviously, the individual wanted something out of me, and the minute they felt like they weren't getting it, or I was standing on my own thinking and sharing my own thoughts, now they want to go out here and slander my name or some nonsense just because I have an opinion. It's not even, I never share my opinion. You don't really know what I think about Diddy. And the minute you think you can figure out what's on a person's mind, that's the thing about thoughts, right? We could sit here all day. I learned this trial was important, guys, because I could sit there all day and I say that juror right there is for Diddy because he has on a hip-hop shirt, right? That is foolish thinking. You know why? Because as we learned in this case, people change their mind just like the March wind. So right now, I grew up most of my life, I used to drink apple juice. For some reason, I developed a allergy that apple juice would nearly kill me. Okay, so I have to change my mind about apple juice if I want to live, right? Oh, by the way, let me tell you guys what happened to me today. I had to get that one out. I had to talk to you guys about that one because, you know, the shady people, I don't, that's why people be like, well, why are you not a people's person? This is why. Because the minute you try to let people in, right, they show you some, not all people. I met some beautiful people here, but some people, I'll tell you, there's something else. And then I understand this whole Diddy situation because I've seen some of that type of conniving activity that happened to Diddy. And now listen, he did some things too, let's get it twisted. But he had a lot of conniving people in his life. And so much so that these people were sending in letters today saying, keep him locked up. You know what I'm saying? They're on the case that much. And his attorney says they already got, Cassie got like 20 million. He's sitting in behind bars. A lot of people are going to say, yeah, he deserved to be behind bars. But what I'm saying is there's two sides to this thing. And I met some conniving people, folks. So next time, you know, I'll wisen up a little bit about who I even want to deal with or whatever. So it is what it is. But let me tell you what happened to me today. So we come out of court. It's about maybe 5 o'clock. No, they started at 5. So maybe it's like 5:20. And I'm standing there talking to this female, man. And all of a sudden, something hit me in my back like, boom. This dude had a seizure and he buried his whole head in my lower back. So yeah, I'm barely surviving right now. And he's laying there and I felt so bad for him. Some people thought it was the end of the road for him. I'd never seen anything like that in person. Then they were like, give him some Narcan. So I'm like, oh my God, the guy, you know, what's happening here? Then there was like a delay. And then they called the ambulance, and I'm standing there, nobody, you know, even, yeah, he fell in your back. Like, there's no type of, there's nothing to be said about that, you know? And I'm not saying that, I mean, obviously, I'm not laying there on the floor like him, throwing up and all this other stuff. But I took a big hit. So, I don't know. What does that mean, you know? You know, what does that mean when you're just in public and a person, it's not their fault, but his whole head was buried into my lower back. I took a hit of a lifetime. I imagine it's like Mike Tyson punching you in the back. His head, I probably saved the guy because he would have definitely hit the wall, but he hit me, and I think I'm much softer than a wall. You know, I caught his blow. Whoever he was, you know, shout out to you. But hopefully the guy, now I'm a little concerned. I'm going to have to find out what happened to the guy. That's just who I am. Yeah, so this has been quite an eventful day. But even that hit wasn't as bad as some of these little betrayers that walk around. It's like they have nothing better to do. And you're supposed to be the top-notch professional person. And this is the best you have to give. You know, I don't know what's happening with humanity and people, but everybody is out for themselves, you know. Oh Lord, under most circumstances, I don't know what's going on back here. I hope it's not a domestic dispute. Lord have mercy. Yeah, that don't look so hot. Anyway, we'll see. That's it, guys. I know I said a lot, but all right, we got a domestic situation. Oh boy, he's a tough guy. We're just talking about this, right? Insanity. I was just telling you guys about humanity, and look, we get a domestic dispute going. Yeah, that's crazy to me. But you can't be meddling in other folks' affairs, but that didn't look so cool. I Now, if it's my family member, then he belongs to me. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But I can't be hopping in other folks' business, but that was weird. Okay, get back to our, how those real people said, our regular scheduled program. It's a shame, you know. This, oh, let me tell you guys about Diddy today, right? Today he did a prayer. And usually in between Diddy and the crowd, I call us the crowd, we're sitting over there like in the church pews. Those are the wood seats. And usually the marshals, they maintain their wall. They have their little barrier, but they moved out the way and they let Diddy say his prayer. And he gave a great prayer. He said, let us pray, you know, for the family to be strong, the family to be together. It was very touching because he literally had his back up against the wall and he gave a prayer for his family, you know. His family, you could tell everybody was so pensive today. They really wanted him to come home. Now, I'm not coming back to the courthouse, but it doesn't mean they can't reach me, so I have to be careful to what I say, you know. But I will tell you again, right? I've been telling you guys the things I don't like about this case. Anybody that follows me, right, they're going to know that. Like my true followers, they're going to know that, right? So let me tell you something I observed about the judge today that really bothered me, okay? I know it's a judge, folks. The judge did an overall good job, but he did something today that really, really bothered me. He made a statement like, you know, they were debating about Diddy going home, right? It's not even about Diddy. It could have been George Jefferson for all I care, right? But this is what the judge said. He's like, well, I'm sure Mr. Combs don't want to go back to the BDC or the jail tonight. And he was like, you know, laughing about it. So to me, when the judge say that, Diddy should go home. That was him in the morning. He came back after 4:30, denied. Like, that's like a bait and switch to me. I mean, I would say it to the judge. I don't, you know, I'm vocal about how I feel. Maybe they'll try to reprimand me or something, but I'm just telling you, you shouldn't say that. That's like false advertisement to me, because you kind of led him on a little bit, like, I'm sure he don't want to go back to the jail, and then you send him back to the jail? What are we doing, man? Like, don't say that if you're not going to let him go, and don't let the prosecutors persuade you to think otherwise once you made that statement, because you gave the guy false hope. I'm pretty sure, because I thought he was coming home. I'm like, well, let me see if I can get a good picture of Diddy coming out, because I've been here freaking 8 weeks. Let me at least get a picture of him walking out the front door. And when the judge said that, I'm like, oh, let me get my camera out right now. The judge came back denied. You know that happened before in this case, right? With the 6th juror. In the morning, the judge was like, hey, listen, this juror, he doesn't need to be really kicked out. I'm pretty sure there's an explanation as to why this happened, right? The judge come back in the evening or the afternoon around 4:30, and he's like, get him out of here, you know? Not like that, but I'm giving you guys my tone with it. So that's the second time I saw the judge do a switcheroo, and that bothered me both times. I'm telling you, because, you know, I'm a reasonable guy. So, and I'm pretty sharp with my perception, right? And most of the time when people are bullshitting me, I know it ahead of time, but I usually try to deal with them and try to give them a little hope. Like even the person that did me, crossed me up today a little bit, I knew what I was dealing with, but I said, you know, I can navigate this okay, you know? I deal with much worse in life, right? And I will deal with more in life, you know? This is how life goes, the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. But yeah, you can't tell a guy that's sitting there with his family behind him, hanging on to dear life. If the judge hears this message, right, and I'm standing on it 100%, I'll give you 1,000%. Let the guy go based on the fact that you said, I'm sure Mr. Combs don't want to go back to the jail tonight. Like, at this point, Diddy lit up like a Christmas tree, like a light bulb. I'm like, whoa, Diddy must have a light system or something. His face lit up. And then you drop him on his head. You gotta let the guy go. Real talk, you know? And the arguments as to keeping him all came from the prosecutors, and they wrote a book. She stood up and she started down this whole thing. Now the guy was just found, he was just acquitted. And you're rattling off things that he did that the jury has already said, okay, we're gonna let this guy go. Case should be closed, right? Innocent until found guilty. Now let me tell you this other thing. I'm about to start preaching like old pastor, right? Innocent till found guilty, but in this case, it's not true. Because there's so many times that I try to take the approach and talk about Diddy as if he was innocent until proven guilty, and people become very judgmental. Oh, Diddy, you're a Diddy fan or something. Like, hell no, I'm not a Diddy fan. What makes me a Diddy fan? I'm an intelligent guy, and when I see something wrong, and I'm smart enough to know, which happened in this case, guys, I want to make 2 points and then I'm out of here. I knew that they used R. Kelly to get Diddy. And I also know that R. Kelly didn't get a fair shake. Now, I know he did some bad things, but the guy needs a retrial. Straight up like that. Maybe he'll end up with more years, but at least he'll be... My thing is this. It's like Brian Steele says, the system is broken. I don't want to use that word. You slap someone, but they charge you for a handgun. Like, what kind of system is that, right? You need to charge people for what they did and stop trying to take these charges and give people RICOs just so you don't want to do your work. You just want to throw a whole umbrella and it's going to cover him one way or the other. That's a real problem. So that's what they did. Look at this, just falling from the sky. Look at that. We got plastic bags in New York just falling from the sky. Like, what are we doing here? Imagine you walking down the street and the bag just cover you. This is so ridiculous. Anyway, obviously it's not the first bag that fell around here, but that's a whole different point. So anyway, with Diddy, if they were able to get their claws on him, his RICO would now, we all be facing a RICO, and I keep saying, that's why it's so silly what the person was trying to say about me, because they saw a little clip. Like, you can't define me by no clip. You can define yourself by a clip, but not me. I'm too big for that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so they were going to take Diddy's RICO, and now your next door neighbor, he's a little bread guy. He's delivering bread. And they say, oh, he did 2 things wrong in the last 10 years, folks. Give him a RICO, and he'll be out of here. Do you guys really want to deal with that? Do you really want do you want the government snooping around your house and saying, hey, have you ever filmed yourself with your wife? Well, we need to look at the video because we want to make sure that you're not doing anything oddly strange in here. Do you really want that? That's where we're really headed. Most people they think it's silly because they don't understand how one case. That's what they did for this case. They had to find other cases, like even today in court. When it came to Diddy case and letting him go, the attorney, Mark Agnipolo, is saying, usually when it's the Mann Act and you have guys taking women over, let's say, state lines, usually they make money. All the cases that they look for to try to see if Diddy could come home, because they're using those cases as a precedent. You guys understand what I'm saying? So they use the R. Kelly case to pin Diddy down. Now to let Diddy go, potentially, you have to find a case where it happened before. And so the attorney basically said Diddy was basically the customer of the worker, of the prostitute rather, with Cassie and Jane. He was the receiver. He wasn't like putting them on the street like these low-life pimps. It was more of a receiving. So why does he need so much time? Why does he need to stay in jail? Well, you know, the prosecutors, they stood up and started rattling off like they're at a funeral where they go through all of your deeds in life. That's what basically was happening. Sorry, I had a call come in. So anyway, maybe somebody somewhere will understand what I'm saying. You know, you may not want to hear what I'm saying now, but one day you're going to have to face it. My grandmother used to always tell me that, oh my God, I feel it in my soul. You know, I grew up with my very strong-headed. She was like, either you're going to listen to me now, or one day you're going to find out in real life, and you're not gonna like how this turned out for you. See what I'm saying? So you guys don't have to listen to me or not, but what I'm trying to tell you is that, and even let me tell you this other thing. With this new Trump administration, I mean, we have Fox News broadcasters running serious departments, and you know, we might even see Elmo from Sesame Street running one of the government buildings or something. Who knows what could happen? But everything is changing tremendously. I say that lightly, just lightly. But a lot of things are changing. The first couple weeks, I was on Facebook. Every turn Trump made, I was posting about it. Most people don't even respond, man. And I was telling them about Doge. I'm like, listen, Doge is a real problem. I said, I told people on Facebook, you can go to my wall. I said, Donald Trump in his first administration, right? He fell out with most of those people and don't even really deal with them no more, right? Go back and look. Barbara, all these guys, they're out here talking against Trump. I said it's just a matter of time before Elon Musk and Trump have a falling out. And as I sit back here in this court, folks, it happened. But here's the weird part. Nobody's saying, well, what happened to Doge? Then they have all our information, your social security. I'm not going to get into politics. I'm going to leave that alone. Nobody wants to hear that tonight. Let me go before I start preaching too much. You know, you guys got me out here on the street talking that real talk, you know. Nobody want to hear this type of talk. They want to hear the ring around the roses, you know. That's what they want to hear. Yeah. They want to hear the light talk. So I'm going to stay with the light talk. The stock market right now is pumping because of Trump. I'm going to tell you guys that too. So whether you like him or not, you need to understand his methods so you can make some serious money in the stock market. You know, because the guy is really brilliant, and he makes a lot of moves. But you know, people they can't get beyond what they see or what they don't like about him. But if it's going to advance your life and he's going to be your president anyway, you might as well take advantage of it and use it to the full. But I know a lot of people don't want to even hear that kind of talk, so I'm going to leave it alone. All right, folks, I gave you my thoughts. What are my thoughts about let me just tell you. I'm supposed to be getting home to do a show. Oh, my God, what have I done? Oh, no, I'm supposed to be home to do a show. Oh, well, this is the show. I think that the jury did a great job. I think ultimately they saw that the government was doing too much. But they looked at the case and they said, well, you know, there are some things wrong here. And maybe even because of the video, they felt like they had to do something. But I think the guy served a lot of time. And I think most of this case was just a lot of lies, folks. I'm telling you what I know. The girl said Diddy had her hanging off the balcony on September 26, 2016, about 5:30 in the morning. He took her and threw her on the patio furniture. She pulled out pictures, and the pictures had metadata, data that showed the exact time that she fell. Right? All that she provided, right? And I'm very conscious of victims. I don't want to take away somebody's victimhood or victimship. But the attorney, Westmoreland, came on there, Nicole, she showed that Diddy wasn't even in town that day. That's a real problem. So then that led to her explaining how her and Cassie was cooking up stories. And they basically, after Cassie filed her lawsuit, we still don't know what precipitated that. But the girl said that her and Cassie was making up the stories. Oh, let's say it happened at the hotel. No, let's say it happened at the apartment. Like, this girl testified about Cassie. At that point, I'd have to take Cassie's testimony right out and throw it from that tallest building up there. That's where I'd have to take that story, because it wasn't adding up. You see what I mean? That's a real problem. So now, and I could go through every victim and unfortunately tell you issues that I had with their testimony. And you know what? You know that I'm telling you the truth because the jurors came back with the results that they did. And again, so let's do it this way, right? I'm gonna end on this note. You guys can go back to my video yesterday. I want to challenge. I know some of my haters are gonna be watching this video, so I'm gonna challenge them for the people in the back, for them in the back, right? They can't seem to get out of their own way. Go to my video yesterday when I'm driving in New Jersey, right? And listen to how I come to the conclusion that Diddy's gonna be not guilty. It's on the YouTube streets. How about that? Since you got so much to say, why don't you go watch that video? Because I break it down this way. And I'll tell it to you again just in case you're a little tired today, all right? Because I'm really ticked off. And I usually don't get ticked off, but I'm ticked off today. I said the jurors came back pretty quick, but they couldn't make a decision on the RICO. So I said at first glance, the lazy part of me would say, oh yeah, they came back guilty on all four, but they couldn't make a decision on the RICO, right? That's what you would typically think. But I said, no, you know what? I'm a pretty sharp guy. I like to think about things deeply. So I said, you know what? I think it's this. Go back to the video and listen though. Sex trafficking was basically the final four. You had sex trafficking of Cassie as number 2. You had prostitution with Cassie across interstate lines or whatever. That's count 3. Count 4 was sex trafficking of Jane Doe. And count 5 was prostitution of Jane Doe, right? Okay, so you have sex trafficking there, but guess what? This is how I came to my conclusion. They also had sex trafficking folks under the RICO. So the RICO, number 1, had 8 predicate acts: arson, drug distribution, kidnapping, sex trafficking. So I said to you guys, if they were to go guilty on sex trafficking of Cassie, Jane Doe, it would be very easy for them to reach over to the racketeering box. All right, brother. To reach over into the racketeering box and say, oh, sex trafficking there too. But they couldn't make a decision on that. And remember, their first question was about drug distribution. So it looked like they were leaning in that direction perhaps, or whatever, who knows. But the fact that they couldn't click that sex trafficking perhaps in the RICO, it told me that they were going not guilty. Now I thought maybe they're gonna go, they asked questions about Cassie, 2 questions about her. They asked about, they wanted to see the transcripts of Cassie at the Intercontinental Hotel when she was getting beat by Diddy in the hallway. And they wanted to see the transcripts of Daniel Phillips, who was a sex worker. He was the first person to give a testimony in this trial. They wanted to read his transcripts because he gave his testimony of how Diddy beat Cassie in the next room and he could hear the hits and all that type of stuff, right? Okay, so I'm like, well, maybe they're going to give him one sex trafficking or one man act and maybe none on the other. So I thought he would only give one based on maybe how this was going. So then I got to court today, and I'm going to bring on the people that I told this to. I'm actually doing a show. She's a serial killer expert. Whoa, she's coming on the channel, guys. All right. Later, fellas. So she's going to come on. I also told infamous Sylvia, you know, this is what my position was. And then even they agreed with me on this point, right? And guess what? That's how the cookie crumbled, folks. So it was a good day for guesstimation, but not to say we'll always be right, but it felt good to know that my concept of that whole situation actually turned out to be true. So for what it's worth, there it is, good folks. And I'm out of here. My name is Mel, and this is Watching the World. Sometimes the world be watching you. And if you're not careful, the world will drop you on your head. Yeah, it will. So I would advise you to be careful. And again, I stand on anything I say, folks. 100%. So there you have it. You guys take care. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. All right, so that's it. I'm saying my final farewells. I'm seeing people that I've been here 8 weeks with. I'll be on to the next trial, but I'll be a little wiser. And also, the trial I'm going to cover down in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, is going to be a RICO. So now I understand the RICO better. Not that I'm an expert, but now I'll see how this whole thing is shaping up. It's got a lot of hair on it, and it's real fuzzy. And it's kind of scary. It almost sounds like a bear. Yeah, that's what this RICO is, guys. And it's time for people to really wake up and fix this system somehow. It needs to be fixed. I'm not sure how to go about that, how it would happen, but even if a person has an unfair trial, the average person, from what I saw with this Diddy case, do not care. The only thing they care about is getting clicks, and so they'll come on YouTube or they even go on the TV station and give you some crazy story just to make you click on it. And then now you're believing, people calling me, asking me, hey, Mel, is it true that Diddy left the courthouse in a rocket and flew to the moon? Whoa! What kind of crack is that? So I'll leave it at that, guys. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry, I probably went in a little too hard today. But it is what it is. You say you want the truth, that's what I give you. And so long, I'm out of here. All right, thank you. I appreciate you all.